Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game could end up being all about the defense as both teams rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed. The Chargers are number 1 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Colts, who will need to be sharp on offense.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Now let's go.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got
No, check, Patriot.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The ball on this, D. Good job, D. Good job. Good stop, baby. Good stop. Good stop.
2nd down following the run.
Double tight, double tight.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. Schaefer completes it to Powell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Hurry up, here we go.
Operating from the gun, Schaefer. It's caught, Shepard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Two tights.
Over.
And that's a big He's knocked backward as they will mark him down right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Now let's go.
From the gun, Schaefer. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On 4th down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
Going this way. Going that way. Yeah, baby. Strip City all day.
Detroit! No, no, no. Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
Hey, switch gears. Take four.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. He'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Philly, here we go. Here we go. Leopard. Leopard. No. Check. Leopard. Detroit. Let's go. Leopard. Leopard.
Now they try the right side here. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he's gonna miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So out come the Chargers. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They run the counter now on 1st down.
I got you, 88. I got you.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff as they run left side. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schaefer on the right side. This is Miller. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
Over. Leopard.
Check.
The play clock's running down. Looking to throw. Schaefer. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer
this time? Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Here we go.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Single. Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot. Over.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Good yardage there for the Colts, 18 and a first down.
Back. Over. Now, look at 56. Check the backer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? That is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards.
Kill. Turn up. Detroit.
Now they try the right side here. Nifty move. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Flare. Jack. Switch. Shift. Watch the shift.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. It's caught inside the 25. Give him a gain of 37.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Gun! Right. Set! Green! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Check. Lucky. Run! They're running.
Oh, yeah!
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go.
You go take.
No. Watch you now, Barney. Here we go. Detroit.
And now here's a carry heading left. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Powerful running. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now check. Patriot. Set. Leopard. Over. Detroit. Over.
Showing eight.
Watch you now, Barney.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 in. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
No. All right, now, Lucky 56. Let's go. Lucky 56. Green 39. Green 30. Leopard. Detroit.
Now Howard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
to throw. Schaefer. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays.
Yeah.
They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Tight end left, tight end left.
All right, here we go. Green, Detroit, Detroit.
Come on, baby.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They run a draw here on second down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit, Detroit.
Back to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Play clock winding down. They go with Howard to begin the drive. Finding room inside the 40. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Double tight, double tight.
All right, here we go.
You got
Blue 90.
down.
Blue 90.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now Green, staying on the ground. Let's hope he's all right. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
Hey, we got tight left, tight left.
Looks like the
tight left.
defense in press coverage here.
Green 39.
Hey,
Green.
check,
No.
check.
Check. Patriot. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Blue. No. Check. Patriot.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
Watch him now, Barney.
Check.
Off the bootleg. Schaefer.
Switch.
Buying time to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
Hey,
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Blue line. Blue line. Detroit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Two tights. Back 99. Here we go now. Gun. Four down. All right, here we go. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Nickel. Back 99. Blue. Here we go. Over. All right, now, lucky 50.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Wide, get wide. All right, here we go. Watch it now. All right, now, lucky 56.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Man left. Here we go now. Green, 39. Back 99, Philly. No. Check. Patriot.
The throw on 2nd down. Schaefer. Looking for Shepard deep. Looking for his receiver Sharp, and it's intercepted. TJ Green with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, Extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete.
Hurry up, here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Here we go Patriot. 3-19. Leopard.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Trying to lay one up deep.
Check safety.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Check. Back. No. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Check 49.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Gun. All right, Leopard. Let's go. No.
They come out here in the eye.
Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56.
Check.
Detroit.
Watch safety creeping.
Set. All right, now, gun. Now, let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Let's go. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56.
2nd and goal to go now. And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Check the backer.
A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Undercrush.
Lutz now to kick this one away.
Check. Fresno.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Watch it now, Barney. Check 9.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Green, 39.
Looking to throw. Schaefer. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And now here's a carry heading left, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And the D looking like they may blitz. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw here. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And Lutz puts this one through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. There's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. A handoff as they run the counter play. A nice little juke, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down, really put them behind the 8 ball.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up.
Patriot. Here we go.
Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
No. Check. Patriot.
We got three. Three down. Hey, fellas, we got three. Let's go.
Over. Here we go now.
Looking to throw on second down. Schaefer.
Oh, you got deep.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. TJ Green with a pick. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's for yards.
Check. Patriot.
Now a handoff looking right. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Let's go. Here we go. Leopard.
They'll look to throw.
Check three.
That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Watch that end. Tight end's right.
Watch you now, Barney. Here we go.
They'll drop the throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Watch you now, Barney. Leopard. Watch you now. Over. No. Check. Patriot.
2nd and goal from the 7. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Lucky 56.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Let's just give credit where it belongs. The defensive front has out-leveraged the offensive guys trying to block them. We often say low man wins in tough situations. That's exactly what's happened here. 3 straight runs, and they haven't been able to get into the end zone.
So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go now. Leopard.
Operating from the gun. Schaefer dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard, right around the 31.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
All right, here we go.
In motion goes the tight end.
39.
Hey. 4 down. He's
Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot.
Time running out here on the play clock. Back to throw. Schaefer got his man complete over the middle. It's Powell. They're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Buzz, be ready, be ready. No, check, Patriot, Patriot.
Switch gears.
On first down, Schaefer. Throw left side complete. That's Powell. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip, tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. To throw on 2nd down, Schaefer. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Tight, tight end's right. Watch tight, tight end's right.
Now let's go. Over.
3 down.
No, check.
Check 4.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He's going to fire one deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for Indy. 54 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Now let's go. Leopard.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now they try the right side here, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, Just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Looking to throw on second down. Schaefer. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 319! Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Two tights. Now let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
7 yards to go on 2nd down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Set! Blue 90! Leopard! Leopard!
53 is the mic.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
It's our field. Hey,
From the gun on 3rd down. Schaefer flushed out right. Now he's going to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is Moderado. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. It's complete, right side to Benjamin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Colts on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky Leopard.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to air one out. Muscles by at the into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
To tell you one thing or another, has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
All right, here we go. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
34, eyes on 34.
Hurry up, here we go.
To throw on second down. Schaefer. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Here we go now.
Throwing on third and long. Schaefer eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on third and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they... And now a fumble. The ball's out and picked up by the Chargers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hurry up, here we go. Gun. Watch him now, Barney.
Hey, let's get some penetration.
Back to the air on second down. Schaefer escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Anthony Walker in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage. It'll make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
The Chargers on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 16. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Throwing on 3rd and long. Schaefer. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here's Mack. And now running right through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Oh, yeah!
Detroit! Set! Lead 19! Over! Here we go now!
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 55.
Looking to throw. Schaefer. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down at the 23.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Right. Watch tight end.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Get him.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Watch him now, Barney.
Check 25.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Powell. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Detroit!
Throwing on first down. Schaefer flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Let's go. 319. Watch him now, Barney.
On first and 10, Schaefer. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
Single. I got a single in the slot.
Now let's go. 3, over.
Eyes on 81.
Check.
Off the play fake. Schaefer. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.